Hey there. School's just about to start, or maybe it already has for you. How can you make it the best school year ever? Now you might be looking at me and shaking your head, going like, no way. I burned out. I was so physically sick last year. I'm prone to burnout. I don't know about that. Best year ever. I'm lucky if I get through. Or you might, on the other hand, be somebody like saying, I'm thinking about creating an exit plan because education is just not cutting it anymore. I've got to find something else. I get it. I truly get it. I burned out of education 3 times and I've left wonderful positions because they just didn't fulfill me anymore. So let me introduce myself and then I'll tell you a quick story. My name is Catherine Walters, and I'm a soul alignment expert. And I help educators on the point of burnout or just such dissatisfaction in their role in education that they're really ready to move on and they don't know what's next. I help them to tap into their passions, their joy, and to align with their heart and their soul and how they're designed to discover and find the opportunities that are already waiting for them. And so I ask you, how can you expect the best of this year? Here's the quick story. I was going into a brand new job for me after I'd burned out of a public library position. And as in the new teacher orientation, which was part of the whole teacher prep week, there was a meeting for the new teachers with the assistant superintendent of schools. And she told us this story about that she had read in a professional journal about a new teacher who was given a roster of her students, and on it was like these numbers beside their name of 122, 128, 136, 144, 158, 160. And she's like looking at this list going, ah, I have this class of geniuses. Oh, she was so excited. And so she just went in there and she's gung ho, and her students came in, she taught. And they tested well. Were on the honor roll. When they took the standardized test at the like towards the end of the year, they did phenomenally. People couldn't believe it. And so the principal, she at the end of the year sat down with the principal and other specialists, and they asked this teacher, how did you get these students to score so well, to be A students on the honor roll? They've never done that before. And she looked at him. She goes, no. And she hadn't looked at their past scores, so she didn't know. And she said, well, I was given their IQ scores at the beginning of the school year, and I just knew I had a class of geniuses. Principal looked at her and goes, what? And she said, yeah. And she said, she mentioned she even had the list somewhere. And she showed them, and they said to her, these aren't their IQ scores. They're their locker numbers. hmm She didn't know that. She expected the best from them and for them because she saw what she thought were their IQ scores. And she expected the best. And this story illustrates the law of expectation and how you too, depending on what you're expecting, that you can have the best or maybe the worst school year ever. And it goes along with the law of expectation. This is a universal law. Like, think about it. When you've expected yourself to have a great time at a party, didn't you? Or you expected to have a phenomenal vacation somewhere, didn't work out that way? Exactly. It's the law of expectation. Or you can expect to have um, a crappy health report, and that's exactly what you get. Or maybe, so it's so much of it goes by what we are, the expectation that we give our most attention, have the most confidence in, and that will predominate what our experience is. So you can expect the best from yourself, for your students, for your work, for your relationships. We have so much power. And this is like one of those things that When you don't expect the best, that will just dribble, you'll fill yourself with self-doubt, you'll lose confidence, you lose faith and trust in yourself. But when you expect that you will have the confidence and will be able to do your best, and that others around you will do the same, that's what you'll experience, because energy goes where attention flows. You give yourself the focus on the best and expecting the best, you'll reap the best. It may not look like a win to someone else. It may not win, like, say, you're expecting the best, like to win a game. That may not be the case, because that's may not be the best resolution, but it could still be a great game. So expect the best for yourself, for your school year, for your students. And then I'd like you to do me a favor. In fact, I'm going to give you a little home play um, question to answer. Just like think about and ponder, and I'd love to see your comments in the post below. And that is, I'd love for you to imagine that it's the end of the year, like it's the end of May or June, and you're looking back. You're imagining that you're in June, looking back at now and through this school year. How did it become the best year ever? What does your best year ever look like? What are you expecting? It could be the one word, could you be the word like fun, or it could be powerful. It doesn't matter. Can you do a word? You can do a sentence. You can just do a paragraph and share. How can you expect the best? Love to know. So just put that in the comments. And I look until I see you again. Love and blessings. Namaste.